sandstorm, and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Sun Devils will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So South Carolina's offense is on the field for the first time today. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage is open, zone coverage is open, if he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Guy can throw it. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Here comes the offense on second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. The Sun Devils offense will get the ball for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Coming after it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good talking to coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. Now on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. He'll keep it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading, bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On the ground, it's Cavazos. Tackled, but he has a first down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Using the quick game. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Now on 2nd down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. As the defense comes out, they've got him pinned back, and listen to the roar of this crowd. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Man, he's already got 43 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Fires to the middle. It's complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Flips it out in the flat. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They're going to run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Out of the shotgun on third down. He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. And the Sun Devils line it up with a first and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow in 2nd and 7. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Gets it out quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Gamecocks are on the move. Off the play fake on first down. Got a man, it's Cavazos. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. He's looking to throw. He'll get rid of it. It's caught downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun to give, looking for room. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off play action on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Arizona State! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Run those routes, those crow routes, just like that. Those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football, so you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch, first down.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that play.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to run for it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's there to make the stop. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Going to the running game. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the shot. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well.
Oh, look out, there he goes. 10. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a man on the right. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry up. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Toss sweep to the left. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Wide out in motion. He's looking to throw. And they can't make the connection on third down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He'll call for the fair catch here. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes for run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires on the move. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. The throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
At the pace this guy's going at right now, this could be a record-setting type day. This could be a game for the ages for this dude. He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up that first down. This is still the first half, guys. What is this guy capable of doing in the rest of the game? We're going to find out.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On the move. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go right back to the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Arizona State, 28. South Carolina, 10.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're trying to get to him. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He wants to throw. Unleashes one. Makes the ground. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Feeling some heat. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Got his man downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Snagged in the middle. It's Caldwell. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before half. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, South Carolina!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Got it in the middle, it's Jamison. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. It's caught. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll open the second half on the ground. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. He's looking to throw. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. He's looking to throw. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And, man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, South Carolina, 25.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close there.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Leaves it with the back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Caldwell. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Off the play fake. Swings it out to his running back. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. To the ground to try to move the chains. Still running at the 40. The expressway is wide open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
35, South Carolina, 32.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Luck. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. On the run, it's Cavazos. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The run from the shotgun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Rodgers. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down. And the Sun Devils are marching down the field. Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Running with power.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They go to the ground. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking for the score. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Pressure comes. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Unloads it downfield. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Typically at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. Now the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's locked. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. He's going to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rogers. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Wide receiver shows motion. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's got an open man. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a 1st down at the 12. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Arizona State. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got his man. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
South Carolina, 32.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Wide out in motion. Going up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Movement here from the tight end. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Jamison. Tackled immediately after the catch. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. At the 40, there he goes. He smashes his way through again. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Give to the single back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Sun Devils have pushed it inside the 20. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Able to get 1 down to the 15. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try the run. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop him again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this, this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Caldwell.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Handoff from the gun. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Who cares about double coverage? Just get it in there, give your guy a chance, and it worked out that time.
And the receiver would definitely agree with you. It's a little bit risky, throw it in traffic, but trust your guy. You know, he's going to go up, make a play in the end zone. You can tell you've thrown that ball to him, and you trust him, and he goes and rewards you for it.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. He'll throw it. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell. A good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense.
A spender fella, and he's loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rodgers. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 20, he's got space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arizona State! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Trying to find his man on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Comes out throwing on first down. He makes the connection. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He'll just keep slinging it. Right down the middle. Connection to the right. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. They're throwing for it on fourth down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap one.
Dang right. I'm not being reckless. I can still be aggressive, but a punt is not the worst thing, Jesse, in this situation in the fourth quarter.
You're right, David. You don't want to be reckless. So as a play caller here, let's dial up some things you know your quarterback sees well in the passing game.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.